Alright, what is up people? We are back at the lair hitting chest today. I'm gonna break it down a lot more informatively today and just kind of explain how my training's going to be for the next like growing phase, if you will. So we're gonna get into it. I'll probably do a couple stretches just because I am dealing with that shoulder issue, and then we'll get into it. But this is going to be how my training will look for the next like forever. So let's get it. For those that don't know, I blew out rotator, CCL, labrum, AC joint all at the same time. Also bicep, bunch of shit to the right side of my body. So doing a couple things to set myself up, set the scapula up to properly press and just put the shoulder where it's supposed to go. So how I'm doing that is a few different exercises. I'm going to start with some active stretching, just using the dumbbells to open up a little. From there, I'll go into a couple scapular stretches as well, just to help with that, just open everything up. And then from there, I have one other active movement where I'm just going through and building up that strength to set my shoulder. So what I'm doing with this, bringing my hands together, and I'm doing basically the cat and cow pose from yoga. I'm gonna do 3 sets of that, 3 sets of 10, and then I'll do my last exercise, and then I'll get into my shoulders or chest. I got that from Paul Longworth, Paul PR Paul on IG. Smart dude, works on a lot of UFC guys, just helping with movement. I use a lot of the shit he used paired with my massage therapist out here, so I'll do another video just on recovery. First exercise of the day is going to be incline hammer strength. Set myself up, warming up my shoulder with anything, any sport. You need to do the proper things to set you up for success. So if you have any injuries, that's properly warming up for that. Once you hit the exercise, this is when you get into your feeder set. Your feeder sets are feeding into your working set, giving you the best opportunity to hit your maximum potential for load moved, if you will. So for me, I typically sit down, I'll hit something. The first one I usually hit about like 12 reps just to move that weight around, really get a good stretch, feel the contraction, then I will move up from there. The goal, 6 to 8 reps for the working set being the heaviest set possible. You should be failing on this. This is RIR, reps in reserve, 0. So I've been training at LVAC, so my numbers are gonna be a little off. I kinda know what I normally lift here, but yeah, I don't have the same baseline, which is something that normally I wouldn't do. I'd establish a baseline with a specific exercise, specific machine, and work from there, and that was how I would hit my progressive overload training. Progressive overload means I am progressively overloading the muscle over a prolonged period of time. How I'm doing that? Sets, reps, or weight / load moved. An example would be if I did 10 sets of 10 at 1 pound. That would be 100 pounds moved in one working group. So the next week you have to increase that. Another factor that can be added to progressive overload can be tension or time under tension. If I were coaching you, I would probably work off the first factors first, being just moving that number. You know, you want to move that number while still having good form, obviously, but getting progressively stronger is the #1 most recorded evidence-based training back, like to give you muscle, is progressively getting stronger. So that's what I'm doing right now. We're gonna hit these feeder sets and then we'll get into the working set. Now, as I get ready to hit my working set, what I'm looking for is just like 4 to 6 reps, feel the weight, so it's not such a shock when I jump to that working set max load. Okay. That was my working set. Took it to failure, failed. Now I'm gonna do my back off set. I'll do 3 1/4. So up a quarter on both my working and back off set from last week. That's it for incline. Now I'll go on to my next movement. So next movement I have is the flat machine press. I like using the Arsenal one when I'm at Dragons. So that's what we're gonna do. Normally I just do a straight set on this. So that's what we're gonna do today. You could use this as a progressive movement, but I just like doing a straight set, 3 sets. My goal is usually 8 to 10 reps. Just get a good pump. Last week I did 2 plates and 1/4. So this week I'm gonna shoot for 3 and then we'll go from there. Gonna shoot for that again. Obviously improved from the last week. As for like markers over a prolonged period of time, this is not obviously my PR. I have different weight markers coming off of a show because obviously my strength decreased. So right now I'm trying to bring that back up and get to my OG baseline, which we're pretty close to that, but not there yet. So, all right, machine fly, same thing. I'm going to, hold up, let me double check my plan. Okay, so I'm warmed up, so for this, well, I might be able to go a little heavier, but going to follow back to that same progressive ideology. Gonna hit 1, 6 to 8, back off 10 to 12. And then for this one, I'm doing a drop set to failure. So I'm just going to cut the weight by about 30% from my max, and then, or no, sorry, from my back off. And that will be my drop set. And I'm just taking that to failure. So that's what we're gonna do now, warming up for 4 quarters. Let's see how this feels. All right, I just stripped off a 1/4 because I'll probably be able to hit this for quite a bit. Normally I would do a larger weight reduction, but this doesn't hold more than 5 quarters. So although I hit my working set for 10 or 11, then we are going to still stay relatively high. Still just trying to take that to failure. But yeah, that's how I'm following my training. Like I said, taking everything to failure. This is the most motivated I felt going into a training period. You know, I've had a lot of shit going on, so just taking a lot of my pissed off energy and directing it into training. And yeah, I just know that next time I hit the stage, it's gonna be a lot different story, regardless of who's on the stage against me. Second to last exercise, cable, fly, low to high. What I'm trying to do here is build up this upper chest. So setting my shoulder back, pin back, putting it across, and hitting that. And I'm just gonna take this to failure, 3 sets of 12, or around 12, 10 to 12. Alright, last exercise, we're gonna do a machine press. Gonna shoot for 15 reps, 3 sets, 15. Hard contraction, feel the stretch, hard contraction. Then we're gonna wrap it up, last exercise. right at 15, which is the target. Yeah, it's a driver. Gonna drive in the blood, trying to get a good pump of blood. So that concludes chest workout. Gonna go home, do 20 minutes of cardio in my house, keeping that in until Ariel pulls it. Right now I'm still at an hour of cardio, but lets me have a little more leniency on the weekends. So for now, it's working for me. You know, I was 224 this morning, so still only 8 pounds up in 5 weeks, so I'm pretty happy with that. But anyway, that concludes chest. Hopefully that was a little more informative for you guys, gives a better insight on how my training looks, intensity that I'm going for, and kind of like my overall goal with this programming. But anyway, me and Taylor, we're gonna shoot around a little bit, maybe get a couple pictures, but that concludes the video. As always, peace out.